So Cheap channel, the channel dedicated to all things cheap in the world of fragrances. We are now here with my best friend Tommy. You've seen him in a lot of other videos, especially on the live streams. But today we are doing an interesting video where we are looking at some blind buys that we regret. Things that we may have heard about or may not even heard about, thought they looked interesting, maybe just from looking at the note breakdowns online and thought, yeah, that was like something I'll enjoy. And then you get it and have instant regret, also called buyer's regret. So we're going to try out each other's 5, so I guess a total of 10 blind buys that we regretted getting. And we're covering a lot of different things here that are different styles and different companies, and I think a couple things in here that are cheapies that a lot of people might not know about, but hey, if you decide to get them after, at least you'll know from this video the information you need whether to actually do it or not. So let's start off. I think we're gonna go through, we'll have test strips, each of us, and we'll spray it and show it to the other person and kind of describe our experience of what we think it smells like and let the other person describe it as well. So Tommy, I'll let you go ahead and go first. You choose which one and talk about what you picked.
All right, we could just knock out the one that you thought was most surprising first of all. I
Yeah,
think.
this hurts me a little bit, not gonna lie.
Bright Peach. What
And
is it a clone of?
It's a clone of Bitter Peach by Tom Ford. And what company is that one from?
Maison Ombre.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones from different companies. Fragrance World has some good ones. This is one that I used to have personally, and I loved it, but I sold it off because I was just trying to shorten my collection down and get some extra money, but I did regret selling it.
It's better since it macerated.
Yeah,
But
maceration is a huge thing with the Middle Eastern clones, and it is real. It is not a theory. I still like it. I've smelled the actual one before, and this is like 1-to-1 with it. Obviously not gonna be the same quality. I think this has more patchouli in it. I like it though.
it's better since it macerated.
Yeah.
When I first had it, it smelled a lot just like peach rings candy.
Yeah. It has like almost like syrupy, almost sickening, like saccharine sweetness to it.
And it's so one-dimensional.
Yeah, I get that.
If you like the smell, you better get used to it because it's going to be on you for like 5 hours.
Yeah. It's a good performer as far as I've been able to tell, especially after it macerated, but I can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, this is some things maybe we didn't like how they were at the beginning. Some of them we might like more now, but this one, I can see how you might not have liked it in the beginning, but
It's very strong.
it is very strong. It's a good performer. I can see how most people aren't going to like it because it is a very artificial peach smell. It's not going to be like the most realistic peach. But then again, the Tom Ford one isn't that way either. I mean, it's an artificial peach because peaches don't have oils that you can extract from. So it's going to be synthetic. But yeah, I can see it. Because when I first got it, I was the same way. I was like, this is a little like syrupy, like almost like the snow cone flavoring that you get, like that kind of syrup, and I was like, I don't know if I like it, but after it macerated, I thought it was better. But yeah, I can see that for sure. And if you don't like sweet stuff or synthetic things, you're not gonna like this either. Okay, so what I have here is Banana Republic's Black Platinum. It's just not my cup of tea, and I did not know what to expect when I first got it.
It's very floral and green smell.
Yeah, it's very, very floral, but it has like a creamy floral thing that I don't like after a while. And I think there's like a cactus note in there too, which adds that greenness, but for some reason, I don't know, I just never can think of a time to wear it. I don't know if it's supposed to be feminine, I don't know if it's supposed to be masculine, and it's not something that is like completely unwearable, I don't think. There's probably some people out there who could find a way to wear it. It's very unique, but it's just, I first sprayed it, I wore it like maybe twice, and was just like, I don't know when I'll ever wear this again. Because I just don't know how I'd pull it off. It's very different, and I just don't know.
It smells like a gift shop.
It does smell like a gift shop. It has like a weird like muskiness to it. Out of all the Banana Republic ones that in the Icon line, this is probably the one that I'm like, I just don't know when I'll wear it. And it's the one that when I first sprayed it, I was just not really impressed with it. There's another one too that was like that, but at least it had a better scent profile. But this one, I mean, it's a good performer too, but it's just, I don't know.
It's like
Too
a
floral.
candle.
It is like a candle.
It's like cactus blossom candle.
It is. I don't know. It's weird. It has a weird note culmination in it that I just don't. I don't mind floral stuff, but this is just not my thing.
This is Armaf Ventana, and it is supposed to be a twist of Sauvage.
There's a lot of Sauvage twists out there.
We'll see. I bought this as my first ever like online fragrance order, so we'll just have to see.
Okay.
I haven't smelled it in like a while, so it does not smell how I remembered it. A lot of these I haven't smelled since I like got them. So
Well, I'm pretty sure some of the later ones you got in here are probably gonna be like, yep, remember this is exactly how it is. That's better. I mean, yeah, it's not as bad as I thought. I've smelled some very cheap Sauvage clones and was like, it just
yeah,
doesn't
when I
quite
first
hit.
got this before it macerated, it just kind of smelled like powder. Now it actually kind of smells like Ambrox.
It does, yeah. It's not as peppery as Sauvage, not as like spiky in a way. It is more. It's a little more powdery, but it's not bad. But a lot of people do like it, and it is a fair alternative. But then again,
It's
it was a blind buy. So like when you first got it, what you thought about it?
Yeah, it's just like a poor imitation
Yeah.
of Sauvage at this point. But when I first got it, I thought it smelled horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't think it smelled anything like Sauvage.
Well, the thing is, like Armoff have better Sauvage clones themselves, like in their other lines. So, all right, let's go to my next one here. This is one that a lot of you who've watched like my earlier rack store hauls, I think it's actually my first rack store haul video, probably know about. It is by Commodity, which is a Sephora exclusive brand, almost like a niche brand from them. And this is there called Vetiver. And those of you who watched that video or who have this know exactly what I'm about to say about it. It's still there. So it has like so it has like I think it's a blueberry or raspberry note, and it smells like berry scented permanent marker.
It smells like Fabuloso floor cleaner.
It does, yeah. It has that cleaner smell to it.
That one is rough.
It's rough. It is a little better as it dries down, but it's majority like one-dimensional, and very green. It's fresh. It has like a aquatic thing about it, but that berryness, it is no. It's like. Do you remember those scented markers you get as a kid? It smelled like
Yeah.
those.
I was just gonna say either that or like lip gloss that you get.
Yes,
at like Dollar
exactly.
Tree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's getting worse.
And the reason I
Because
put
it
this in the
dries down.
cheapie is because this you can find almost at any rack store, especially TJ Maxx, for like $29.99. And a lot of the commodity stuff is. There's a lot of better ones than this, but this is one I didn't know what to expect. I saw a lot of people say like online it was polarizing. I didn't like it because of this. I didn't like it because of that. And I was like, well, I love vetiver stuff. I even like the very like dirty, earthy, hardy vetivers, but this is not that at all. What you got on the next one?
Okay. Part one of two of these that I bought is, what is this? Who makes this? Armoff?
Yeah.
Armoff, tag him. This
Oh,
is
dude.
supposed to be a clone of Bleu de Chanel, but it's got this magnetic cap, this thing, but that happens.
Okay.
If you pull the bottom of the cap, the whole thing comes off, but you're just supposed to pull that, I guess. So bottle design kind of goofy, but
I think a fridge magnet has more hold than that does.
the juice is on it. The inside is what's important, right?
Yeah. Let's see how important it is then.
Yeah. Let's see. It's a 1-to-1 Bleu de Chanel.
Oh yeah.
It is not.
No surprise there. That is not it.
So if you watch Jet Sense, you kind of already know what the deal is with this one.
Yeah. Ash hates this one. He had like a lot of problems when he first got it. The tag on it was rusted, but
I will say, all of these have smelled better since they macerated. This actually smells like Bleu de Chanel.
it's closer. But you've had to let it macerate for like a year and more.
It still has that like horrible, like if you get powder in the air, that kind of smell.
yeah. Like
like
a overly powdery blue.
Yeah,
Chanel.
like coats your lungs almost.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
like an unpleasant thing to smell. This is in no way think it's acceptable alternative to Bleu de Chanel.
I can smell the Bleu de Chanel profile in the background there because I used to own Bleu de Chanel EDP, used a good bit of it, and then I gave it off because it just wasn't something that I was like, it's not overly unique, and I might get a later, like a different concentration of it.
Yeah, it
But I can smell it.
It has almost none of that soapy shower gel fresh quality.
No. And it doesn't have that like good hardy woodiness that Bleu de Chanel has either.
Right.
Like you said, it's more just powder. All right, I don't know which one to let you smell next. I'll go ahead. You know what? I'll go ahead and do it. I'll swap it up like this. No, I'll do it this way. Okay, so this is one that those of you who did watch my first, be careful because this thing's gonna be a monster. Those of you who watched like my first like fragrance haul video or a bunch of random stuff from Fragrance By, recognize this one. It is by Jacques Bogart, and it is One Man Show Gold Edition. And there's a lot of fragrances online that say they draw comparisons to this, but I can already smell this. This is very old school masculine, and not in the way that you would want it to be.
Is it not like a nice green
Dude.
scent? It's...
I think it's actually gotten better since it's macerated, but it is not.
The bottle is...
The original one is better. The Oud edition's better. The Ruby edition's better. This one, I'm coughing over here.
Okay, I was trying not to smell it, but...
What do you think?
What is that?
I don't know. It's some kind of musk.
Oh yeah, I smell the musk. That's like the only pleasant part. But then it's got like an old like book your grandmother's had in her closet since 1985.
It smells like...
And a little bit of like Pepsi.
Yeah, it's the aromatic spices in it.
Effervescent.
Yeah.
I was gonna compliment the bottle because I only saw it from the back, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." Like how you. But then I looked at it at the front. I'm like, "This is the goofiest looking
Yeah,
thing."
it is cheap.
But yeah, that's.
It smells like... It smells like an old church pew that one old man that's attended the church for 80 years has always sat in. And you smell it.
His Aramis is just
Exactly,
seeped
yeah.
into the wood over time.
His Aramis and flatulence is seeped into it, and you smell it. It dries down a lot better, but you have to let it dry down for like 2 hours because of how it is.
Yeah, there's still some fragrances in this category that are still kind of relevant today, I would say.
That one...
But this one is not.
Oh, wait until we get to the last one. Okay, go ahead with your next one.
Okay, this is Tag Him Prestige Edition, and if you can't tell by the gold bottle what that's supposed to clown. By the way, the removable, not removable collar is way worse on this one. Oh, I think it... Oh, that's a pleasing crunching sound. That's definitely supposed to happen. I hope I can still spray this now.
I think you cracked the side of it. It did.
What happened? There you go. Okay. Well, I don't plan on wearing this anytime, so.
It's being held together by hopes and prayers at this point.
These are excellent for a bathroom. You know, if you need a little freshener, that's about the only thing they're good for. Oh my gosh.
So what's it a clone of again?
It's supposed to be a clone of 1 million.
Okay.
By Puck.
Okay.
It is, nah. I don't even know.
That's not it, fam?
It's not. It smells nothing.
You know what? Okay. It's there a little bit. But it is cheap, yeah.
It has
not
like 50% of that signature sweetness that 1 million has, but everything else is not there.
It is currently like storming outside, and I feel like this room's gonna get lifted off the house at any moment.
It's gonna be the best smelling tornado ever.
Yeah, or the worst one with all these in here.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have the full, like the fullness of what 1 million is.
So it just fails.
It falls short. I mean, there's a little bit of that sweetness in there. It's not as spicy, not as tart on that. I think there's like a blood orange note in here. But Halloween Man, the original Halloween Man, is better as far as a clone than this for sure.
Yeah, to be a good clone, it's got to do one of two things. It either has to copy the original very closely, or it has to kind of do its own thing but still smell good.
But this does neither.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doing its own thing, but I don't think it's not as good as other offerings for sure. All right, on to this one here, and I think I mentioned this one before in my when I review the line of fragrances this is from. This is one that is very inexpensive, especially for what you're getting, but it's from Lattafa, and it is Najdia, and this is Najdia Tribute. And I mentioned how this one is a little similar to things like Dior Fahrenheit and things like that, but like Commodity Vetiver, I just can't think of a time where I could wear this, or like Black Platinum. And when I first spray it and smell it every time, I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do with it.
At first, the leather kind of hits you, like, that's not so bad, but then it's got like the smell version of an aftertaste.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this doesn't taste so bad. I'm like, wait a second, something's hitting me now.
It has like a medicinal oud quality to it, and it's supposed to be ozonic and fresh and dark at the same time. And as it dries down, like way into the dry down, it gets way easier and actually pretty nice. But that opening is just, when you first spray it, you're just gonna be like, I don't know why I bought this.
Hold on now. I love leather fragrances. This one's not so bad, but like you said, when are you gonna wear this?
Exactly. It's the style of it. There's a lot of violet in this too, which gives it like that piercing effect.
Yeah, it's like singes the nose.
It's gotten way better, of course, with maceration. When I first sprayed this one on tester strip, I thought it was amazing, and so I immediately sprayed it on skin, and I was trying to wash it off. It was so bad. Now, after letting it macerate, it does smooth out a lot more, but when I first bought it, I was immediately trying to find a way to give it to someone, and then I was like, I don't know who else will want this.
This is like a leather freshie. It just kind of...
Yeah, it's cool how it does that, but some people, probably a good majority of people, aren't going to like it.
And now that it's dried down, it kind of smells like paint.
Yeah, it does. It has like a strong chemical...
Like a boiled linseed oil.
Yeah, it does.
It's like the painting section at like a Lowe's or a Home Depot.
I don't know what's in it that caused that, but it is different. All right, what you got on your last one?
This might shock some people, but if you're astute, you could tell from the bottle sitting there already.
Dude, yeah, another one that hurts me.
Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP. This is part of my first fragrance purchase too. I got two designers that I, thought I'd like.
And some of you might be thinking, well, that's not really a cheapie, but you can get this very inexpensive, especially from a discounter. If you get like the 50 ml bottle, you can get it for close to like $45. So
I think I paid like maybe 60 for this.
For 100 ml, so yeah, not bad at all. In the grand scheme of it, it is cheap. So.
If you can get it in a rack store, it's a cheapie.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get Spice Bomb for 50, 60 bucks in a rack store.
Yeah.
I'd consider that a cheapie, half off.
Definitely.
From like a department store. Yeah, so after smelling all these, this smells not even as good.
Really?
As it usually does, yeah. Dolce & Gabbana The One is just so boring smelling to me, and the longevity is just horrible.
Yeah.
Something that they're trying to consider like a very premium.
Yeah. It is. That's been the main complaint. I mean, I think it smells classic. It's definitely a scent profile that inspired a lot of other stuff after, but to me, the flanker of this, the EDP Intense, is the way better improvement over this. Like, in every way possible. It smells better, it's more complex, it's better performing, and like it's more unique too.
Yeah. And if you like the DNA, Boss Bottled Elixir, I think is the best version of what this could be.
Yeah, it has all the dark aspects that you'd want out of this. But I know I have this too, and I would have to triple, quadruple spray it up to make it noticeable or last a little longer than what I was using it for if it was like a date. But I mean, it's good for like very, very intimate stuff. Like an office scent. I think it worked good for an office scent in like the fall to springtime. But yeah.
This is almost something, if you're going on a date, you'd have to bring the bottle with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's really only a good the sillage and the projection is really only good for maybe the first 45 minutes.
Yeah,
to me.
You're right. It dies off very quick. And it's a shame too, because if it was louder, the scent profile would be more noticeable and it'd be nice, but yeah.
Yeah, it's basically not quite a skin set, but very intimate.
And when it came out at the time, it was revolutionary. People were like, this is the best thing ever. And it might have had better performance then. But yeah, now, with what you can get, I mean, even the cheapy realm, cheaper than this, yeah, it is kind of redundant, so.
Yeah, they walk the path so that other companies can run.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, to the last one here. The one that, out of my whole collection, aside from certain very, very cheap stuff, and this isn't anything that's like super cheap, but when I found it, it was very inexpensive. You can find this at rack stores too. But out of my whole collection, this is the one that is my worst blind buy. And it's weird because it is the worst, but yet it's also good at the same time. So, and you'll see it in me when you spray it. I might have to burn off this one side of the room now. So, this here, those of you who have gone to rack stores a good bit might recognize this. This is Boss number 1, or Hugo Boss number 1, the same line style as Boss Selection. This is one that is very old school masculine, but the color of it is indicative of what it smells like.
Hold on now. I kind of love this.
You like that? Okay. The reason this is a little polarizing is because when people immediately say that it smells like urinal cakes, this is what you smell.
You didn't have to call me out like that, because that's exactly how it smells.
Are you serious?
But I like that smell. There's like, okay, it's got that kind of Coca-Cola thing that a lot of older fragrances.
All the aromatics in it.
Yeah.
It has like 20,000 notes in it. Like everything in the kitchen sink.
There's something like funky underneath this, you know?
So there's also one note that stands out in this is honey. And honey is very sweet, but also an animalic note. And that on top of like the animalic musk in this, I think is what gives it like a urinal cake kind of vibe.
You know whenever you cut your grass and you go over some wild onion?
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
mixes with that fresh cut grass smell? That's what it is.
Really?
To me, that's what it smells like to me.
I can't get over the urinal cake thing. So at my church, in one of the urinals, there is the urinal cake that's made by the company around here. You know who it is. And such and such chemical company. Yeah. And no joke, every time I walk up to it, I think of this fragrance because it smells exactly like this. Where it's a fresh, clean citrus sweetness mixed in with a very animalic smell which smells like urine. It is unmistakable. There is a review on Fragrantica. Actually, I'm gonna read this.
I think I could pull this off.
I think you could. This is the thing. You smell that, but then underneath it, and as it dries down, you're like, this is an amazing masculine scent.
Yeah, the dry down is getting even better.
And it's a great quality. I think I picked this up for like $39.99 at Ross.
You know
maybe
that,
no, $29.99 actually.
You know that electric shave? It's like a pre-shave.
Yes,
lotion?
yes.
Smell that and think of that.
I can see it, but I still get that
It's got
urine
kind of
note.
a barbershop thing to it, so of course I like it because.
We're gonna list all 5,000 notes in this. Ready? Okay, this came out in 1985, by the way. So it's an old school masculine like powerhouse. So, top notes are artemisia, juniper, bergamot, lemon, green apple, caraway, basil, and grapefruit. Middle notes are honey, lavender, rose, sage, jasmine, geranium, lily of the valley, and orris root. And base notes are tobacco, oak moss, patchouli, sandalwood, musk, amber, cinnamon, and cedar. So basically, all the notes in all of these are combined in this one.
It's like going through stages.
It is. Okay, you have to read this, but obviously some of the words in it you're going to have to cover up.
All right, it's date night and you're getting ready to wear your favorite cologne. You hear a knock on your door. It must be your date. Nope, it's Hugo Boss, number 1. What are you doing here? He runs into your bedroom and smashes your Sauvage bottle. Yeah, the elixir too. And he just tossed your YSL EDP out the window. What else is gone? Not my Adventus. Trashed. He just dumped your bottle of Invictus down the drain too. Number 1 swaggered into your living room, arms wiggling like Conor McGregor and apologizing to absolutely effing no one. Number 1 is on your couch smelling like animalic pea honey urinal cake. You're about to kick him out and make him pay for the $700 worth of cologne he just ruined. But then he says something that causes you to stop in your tracks. He says, "You can't wear me." "I can't wear you," you stammer. "What do you mean I can't wear you? I'm a grown man. I have hair on my chest. I've collected all the fragrances. I could wear anything." You grab number 1 by the scruff of the neck and lean in for a sniff. Sniff. Sniff, sniff. Holy cow. Maybe I can't wear you. He laughs in your face as he kicks his feet up on the coffee table. "Let me tell you something, kid," he says in a raspy smoker's voice. "I've been doing this aromatic barbershop cheapery thing since 1985. If you want to wear me, you better bring your big boy pants and your confidence to match." "Give me that!" You spray only twice. The entire room fills up with number 1. It's flowing off your chest in a visible river of fragrance that you swear has a shimmer. You sit. You contemplate what you've done. Another knock on the door. This time it's your date. There's no going back. Do or do not. There is no try. Hugo Boss number 1 is the sword of Excalibur. The fragrance is only ready for you when you're truly ready for it. Until then, even the strongest of us can only try. Wow. Thank you, Garantis28.
For the most poetic description of any fragrance I've ever seen.
It is the number 1 boss by Hugo Boss.
It is the number 1 boss. So.
Let me see how the dry down is. Let's give it a shot here. Okay, I don't like it anymore. It's all of them.
It's all of them. Yeah, come on, all combined in one.
85 was a wild time, you know.
You could smoke in hospitals at that time.
Yeah, you can smoke in an airport. You can smoke on an airplane.
What a time to be alive. Now we got 3 note breakdowns from companies with, what's his name? The Wonka kid on the front of it.
The Wonka kid?
Whatever his name is.
Chalamet?
Timothy Chalamet on it.
He has a fragrance commercial?
Yeah, he
Oh
like is
gosh.
he's the I think he's on it's not Prada.
Wonka.
Wonka.
Buy
Yeah.
Lily's fragrances.
But this is the time where you could have that.
This is a Willy Wonka fragrance.
It is,
right?
yeah, basically.
It's like all of the fragrances.
Okay, so in conclusion, what would you say is your out of both of ours the worst blind buy?
I gotta say the Bogart.
The Bogart, really?
Yeah, it's just. It's for no one.
It's a tie-up between Tag for him and Hugo Boss #1. Because I just can... One, because Tag for him is nothing like what it's supposed to be, and it smells worse. I mean, it smells like, I said, cardboard on the dry down. But Boss #1, I cannot get over the urinal cake smell. And once you smell it, like if you ever decide to get this, if you ever decide that you just have $30 that you just want to spend on nothing, go ahead and get this, spray it, and tell me that you don't get urinal cake kind of vibes and smell with this. Now, the dry down and maybe on skin, how you wear it, it may be different, but on me, I get that. There's something amazing underneath all of that, but I cannot get over it. And the color of the bottle is very much fitting for what this smells like. All right, everybody, so that is our, I guess you could say 10 because it's 5 altogether, but 5 each, our personal worst blind buys, the ones that we got, and it may be they smell better now, but when we first got them, that they did not vibe with us at all. They were not appealing, and really the ones that I have here, I still don't fully really like and don't see how I can wear them. But Tommy at least had a little revelation of some of the ones that he got now, so that's cool. But the ones that we thought were the worst ones, do you own any of these here? If you do, what did you first think about them when you smelled them? Are they as bad as how we described them, or as good as how we described some of them? Or which ones did you buy? Which fragrances did you get, whether it was a designer one or especially a cheapy one that you got it and you wish that you could have saved all that, whatever, 20, 40, maybe sometimes $50, $60 and bought something way better. Let us know in the comments below which ones that you did not like at all. And maybe there's some that everyone else liked but you just did not find the appeal in. Please let us know. Again, it's nice to have Tommy here with me today. It's a good time to do a good little video rather than just having a live stream and a weekly rotations video that might just go through and not many people know about it. I want to have a video where he's actually in it with me and we can rewatch it over and over, and all of you out there can see it as well. So Tommy, again, thank you for being here with me.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
There's some other stuff I want to do with him in the future that when he finds out, he's going to really enjoy. I think you guys will like it as well. It's going to be very interesting stuff. Again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, as usual, please consider giving it a like and a thumbs up so I know to keep making stuff just like this in the future. And if you happen to be watching this video and you like what you see here, but you're not subscribed to the channel, I ask you to please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and even hitting the notification bell so you can see videos like this and the other things I post in the future. I would love to have you ride along with me on this cheap fragrance journey, and hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way.
All right, guys. Go hug your mom. Tell her you love her.
Thank you, Tommy. And as usual, guys, that's the end of the video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as usual, guys, I will see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.